like you kicking it with two girls, like it's just, you know, all of y'all chilling. And you see your man's over here, you know, getting right with the girl.
You like, it's my turn, like.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I feel like you can't even just sit there and talk anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Can't.
I feel like you can't. I feel like you gotta match that energy.
Yeah, the whole agenda just shifted.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because otherwise you're gonna look like a lame. You know?
100%. Well, it's the CMP Podcast, back with another episode today. I have a special guest, my guy Steve. So Steve's gonna introduce himself, what he's about, who he is, and pretty much how we can inform you on how you can better yourself today.
Yeah,
I'm giving the floor.
So my name's Steve, and you know, I'm Panther's boy. You know, we've known each other for a little while now, and it's the first time on the podcast, so I'm very, you know, interested to see how this is gonna go. We had a good topic for y'all, so I'm gonna let my guy get right into it.
Yes, sir. And to touch upon what he said, like I said, you know that. So to touch upon what he said, like I'm really happy, you know, to have him here. I'm honored. He's a really great guy, and overall, just a great spirit. So good kindred spirit. So we're talking about, obviously, you know, we talk about semen retention on this channel and how you can better yourself through vibrations, you know. So basically, I'm gonna ask you, have you ever tried semen retention, and do you understand the concept of why you should try it?
Nah, I never tried it. Honestly, I never even heard of it until I think like last year you brought it up to me, and like I tried it when he told me about it, but when I got that urge, I couldn't fight it.
Gotta go. I'm on with blast off. Jimmy Neutron.
So I definitely tried it, but I wasn't very successful. But I'm like, I guess, I mean, you can like remind me on the benefits. I mean, I don't really remember too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's the case for a lot of men, including myself, where when I first came across in 2016, I thought it was so like blasphemic, you know, because I'm like, semen retention, what do you mean? Don't nut? I thought it's a way of life, because so many people talk about it in society, like you got to do it. It's good for your prostate, prevents cancer, prostate cancer, etc., etc. So you get into this certain situation where you live your life off of what other people tell you, and then it kind of hits you where it's like a majority of things that society pushes at you on the media is the things that you should do the opposite of. You know what I'm saying, in a sense? So society's all about sex, drugs, money. So people, for the three pillars, you know, they abuse money, they get greedy, they do things that are very betrayal, like, you know what I'm saying, they backstab friends and try to honestly finesse people to better themselves in their wallets. The two is going to be, of course, it's going to be sex, which is all around the basis of semen retention, because think about how barbaric some people are, and almost what you just said. The guy in, we're talking about Borat too, Steve just told me about it, I didn't even know the movie came out, and he was saying Donald Trump's lawyer, he's in a scene where he's almost trying to pull his meat out. That is a sexual urge, to be honest, and he tried to captivate on the opportunity, where that energy is that strong that certain people, they take advantage of people, like women, you know what I'm saying? Like really, people are that sick, they rape people. They rape other humans and females because they need to, honestly, get one off for 5 minutes. You could ruin your life off of 5 minutes. So I always touch upon, if you use the energy and you transmutate it, which means you transfer that energy from here to there, because let me ask you, for instance, if it's 2 a.m. and a girl might live 20 minutes down the street and you horny and she's like, hey, and your car's broken down, but it might be a 20-minute walk. Would you walk for some cheeks?
Well, I mean...
And she looks good.
I mean, before I had a car, I was walking like 40 minutes. Yo. So, I mean, I really... So, 20 minutes to me is a cakewalk. I mean,
you're like, that's all?
20 minutes, that's like me going around a corner. So, yeah, I'm the wrong one to ask that.
Yeah.
So, and if I had a car, and I mean, if my car was good, then that's even easier. So yeah, so. Oh, man.
So first things first, you talking about 20 minutes. I used to do the 40. I double that shit. So.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah, man. So it really comes to the point where that energy can be condensed. You know what I'm saying? It can be capitalized on it. So you gotta find ways to use that energy and channel it into other things, such as, in your case, you can use it for your fighting. You could use it for the gym. You can use it for just bettering your mind, you know, because that's knowledge that you could use the energy to focus and read more and just attain more self-mastery in a sense. So you go back to saying, what are the benefits? For me, I say the top 3 benefits for me, and off of your lifestyle, very similar to mine, that would stand out would be the confidence. You get a certain type of confidence and aggression that is unmatched, just because it's, as you've probably been before, as I've been, you get such frustrated sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just energy that you could use to, as a fighter, that's going to make you a different type of animal. Because you already are an animal.
But doesn't it also give you like a sense of control, like over yourself, over your urges, over
yeah,
you know? So I mean, that's a good you know benefit in itself, you know, because I feel like a lot of us men, especially, you know, like we kind of play we kind of become victim of our urges, you know, like we can't, like, we tell ourselves that we can't help ourselves, you know, regardless of what it is, not even, you know, whether it's sex or something else, you know. Like, we always tell ourselves, like, our excuse is always we can't help ourselves. We couldn't help ourselves. But if we have more control of ourselves, try to use different tactics to kind of control, have more control over our mind and over our urges, then that'll better us in the future, you know, in the long run. So I think for me, that'd be like probably one of the top, if not like the number one top benefit, because, like, you know, I know you as well, like, I mean, I be wanting to, like, for example, like, sometimes I don't want to do something, like, if I'm chilling with a girl and then I don't really want to get really down to it, but I'm like, you know what, fuck it, might as well.
I'm here,
might as well do it, you know, it's whatever, you know. But a lot of times I don't really want to. I kind of just want to chill. I just want to, like, just relax and vibe. But I kind of give in.
Do you think that's like societal, where it's like, if you chill with a girl, you a man, you know, you attractive. If I'm here, I almost got to smack. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, especially if I'm going 40 minutes away. Especially if I'm going 40 minutes out my way, something's got to go.
Yeah.
You know,
that should be with the gas. Yeah.
Yes. So, but yeah, so I feel like, because I think that not even just myself, I mean, I feel like this is a thing that a lot of men kind of can relate to, is that I feel like when we chill with women, we kind of feel like we're obligated to do something, even if they're not putting out that energy that they want something to go down. I just feel like us as men, if we're spending time with a woman, we kind of feel like, you know, it's got to happen. It's
non-negotiable, yeah.
Exactly.
That's the ego, yeah.
Exactly. So, especially if you're like, let's say you and your man's is chilling, and you with, like, you kicking it with 2 girls, like, it's just, you know, all of y'all chilling, and you see your man's over here, you know, getting right with the girl.
You like, it's my turn, like.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I feel like you can't even just sit there and talk anymore. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't. I feel like you got to match that energy.
Yeah, the whole agenda just shifted.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because otherwise you're gonna look like a lame.
100%.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you kind of have to. So it's not even that you're being pressured by your friend, but it's almost like self-pressure, because you're assuming that they're thinking that, you know, even though they're not worried about you. They're doing their thing over here. They're not thinking about you and what you're doing at all. But I feel like we just kind of put that pressure on ourselves. So if we have more control over our urges, then we won't even think about that. We wouldn't even consider, you know, what they may or may not be thinking. You know, you'll be more content with just sitting here and chilling and talking, because you may not want to do something. So
that's a good point, actually, because you really can miss, like, a very genuine connection, just because, once more, what Steve says, as men, sometimes we become like slaves to our urges. So I know I've been in situations where the girl is saying some real deep stuff, and I know I left there and I reflected. I'm like, she said some real shit, and all I kept thinking about was her titties and how I want to be inside her, to be honest. And then it hit me. I'm like, I would never see her again, because girls could tell they're not dumb. You know what I'm saying? They could tell when they talking some real shit. Oh, this is what I'm trying to do in life. I'm like, word, that's what you trying to do? They're like, shit, I know what I'm trying to do. And then you keep trying to make a little, you know, subtle moves and, like, you know, verbatim words to kind of, like, you know, wordplay your way into some cheeks, to be honest. But off of what you said also, let me ask you, have you ever been in a scenario, right, where you have had sex but you haven't ejaculated? Because that is a part of semen retention where you can, but you just don't finish. And it becomes, obviously you get blue balls sometimes, but there's certain tactics you can use to overturn that. Yeah.
Honestly, alright, so honestly, like, I mean, yeah, I think that's happened to most of us, you know, where we're we're getting into it, you know, we're doing it, and like I just feel like sometimes we really can't, like, we just can't let it all, like we can't ejaculate, you know, and I mean, I've faked it.
Yeah.
Like I've actually, like, you know, because I knew that they actually came, and I didn't really want to, like, you know, I'm guessing for the same reason that they do the thing to us. You know, they do the same thing to us. They just, they kind of fake it. So, you know, for whatever reason, maybe, the ego.
Yeah,
you know? So for
it.
me, I feel like I've done it a few times where, like, you're kind of 30 minutes in, and it hasn't happened, but you know that they did it. So you don't really want to keep going. So you kind of just fake it, and then so that, you know, the shit could be over. But and then I'll take it even further, like. And I feel like this is something that men, 9 times out of 10, would not admit, because it's embarrassing. But I'm gonna be the one to say it publicly, and I know I'm probably gonna regret this later, because I wouldn't be surprised if the comment sections people gonna be clowning, but it happens, you know, like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna get into it. So, like, I feel like men, whether they want to admit it or not, there's been times where we just couldn't get it up.
Yeah.
So, like, and it's happened to me, and it's very, very embarrassing. And what makes it more embarrassing is when a woman says it's okay.
Oh yeah, because you know in her she's like this little limp ass nigga. Yeah.
And I'm looking at them like, bitch, I know it's okay.
I know, yeah. You gotta tell me,
you don't gotta come for me. Like, I don't care as much. Like, you think I care, but I really don't care. Like, little do you know, this done happened to me 3 times.
Yeah.
The first
this
time,
week, yeah.
well, not this week, but the first time. It was embarrassing, you know, because, like, it's never happened. It's new. Like, you're kind of questioning yourself. Like, damn, am I I don't think I'm old, but, like, am I am I getting up there in age where I might need some little assistance? So you kind of, like, start asking you these questions, you know, like, you just don't really know what's going on because it's new, you know. But then when it happens the second or third time, you're kind of like, maybe I'm just not attracted to this girl, or maybe I really didn't want to do it as much as I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Goes back to, like you said.
Yes, exactly. But then, like, again, like, as men, like, we can't accept that type of defeat. So we're trying to do whatever we can to get our junk up.
Yeah, keep sucking.
Like,
all right, try this.
You know,
look up online. Hold this ice cube over my head. Yeah.
Put on porn, whatever it may be.
Yo.
Like, we we do whatever we can. And, like, I remember, like, one time, like, I was doing, because so I remember one time this happened to me, and I was with this girl in the backseat of my car, and, like, this girl happened to be like 6 foot tall, so it was already a little cramped back there. So like, I'm behind her, and I'm trying to, like, get my junk up, but it's not working. So, like, I'm, like, you know, rubbing her shit from the back, like, extra long, like, I'm 10 minutes in, and she's waiting for some you know, for the transition from that, and it wasn't happening, because, like, I'm like rubbing her shit because I'm trying to, like, give her some type of pleasure, so we're not just, so we're not just sitting there, but at the same time, like, while I'm doing that, I'm like, I got my phone on her lower back with porn on, so, like, I'm trying to see some visuals. I'm trying to see some visuals, you know. And, like, it's crazy that this girl didn't know that my phone was just laying on her back. And, like,
she didn't know you was watching porn?
Nah, because I put it on mute. Like, I had to, you know. So, like, while, like, I'm like rubbing her shit from the back, and my phone is, like, chilling on her lower back, because she got a little arch. So it's, like, sitting there nice, so I get, like, a little tilt so I can really see. Yeah. And, like, I'm just beating my shit. Like, I'm really trying to, you know, see what can happen, you know. I'm trying to, because it's, like, 20 minutes now. At this point, it's 20 minutes. And, like, my shit's still, like,
limp.
My shit limp. Like, my shit just dangly.
They got the noodle.
Yeah, man. Sheesh. And then at that point, that's when she looks over, and she turns back at me, and she's like, what's going on? Like, is there an issue? And I'm like, nah, I got this. And I push her head away. And then, like, after, like, I don't know, a couple minutes after that, she kind of knew the vibe. So she, you know, because she's 6 foot tall, so she almost kicked me in the face when she was trying to sit back down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like when she sat back down, she kind of like I can see that like she wasn't really in the mood anymore, and I don't blame her. But so yeah, so you know, long story short, I went home dry. You know, nothing happened, and that type of defeat, like it hurts. And really, at the end of the day, like if I just listened to my body, I would have known that I really wasn't in the mood. And like I could have saved myself so much more time. Like I could have just, you know, 5 minutes, whatever it was, I could have been done.
And escape the friend group conversation.
Yeah. So, but again, that goes back to what what we were saying in the beginning, that like as men, we have this ego. And we don't have control of ourselves, you know, like we don't have command over our body, and we just give into our urges, even though we know it's defeat from the beginning. Like this ain't a victory we gonna get. Like we're not taking this dub.
So let me stop you right there real quick. Do you think the reason why in that situation where you kind of put yourself in a scenario is because as men we like to conquer, but we can't conquer ourselves in a sense?
Yeah, because I feel like as men, like we always believe, every man thinks that he's the alpha. Like no matter what, we always think we are the alpha. So we want to conquer. We want to be able to conquer whatever it is that's in front of us. And when we come into a situation that we just know we can't conquer, we're so stubborn, and we just can't accept that. Like we try to figure out different ways to kind of overcome it.
Yeah.
And then only to find out that it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But as men, like that's just how we are. We wanna conquer, but we just need to accept that that's not always gonna happen.
Some things will have to be conquered.
So again, you know, so with the semen retention, I feel like that is a good, training, a good tool to kind of like get ourselves used to just having control. You know. Just being able to accept that this level it's okay. Yeah. To not exceed that. So.
Okay. And that right there, that's gonna be number 2. Best way to put it. I said there's 3 benefits. That's number 2. Number 1, like I said, the aggressive and assertiveness. Number 2 is gonna be that right fucking there. That was spot on. And number 3, I say number 2.5 is